Hey, what's good, guys? It's Clutch Heating Entertainment here, back with another video. And for today's video, we're going to be talking about the Houston Texans. I'm going to be going over the safety position and just overviewing the different players we have at the position and who I think is going to really make an impact and just different things like that. So I'm going to start off by saying the names of all the safeties that we currently have, and those include Terrence Brooks, 29 years old, 5'11", 205 pounds. He's coming into his 9th year, so I mean, he's gonna be somewhat, I guess, of like a veteran presence. He doesn't really play, I guess, too much of safety. He's mainly like a special teams guy. At least that's what I believe he was in New England. In New England, he made some good plays, but that was on special teams. It wasn't really at playing safety, and I don't really expect that to happen here. I don't really expect him to play much safety, if any. Obviously, he's a nice position. It's a nice player to have. A veteran who has leadership, who's coming into his 9th year in the NFL. Apparently, a lot of guys from the New England Patriots locker room like him. He has a very good culture around him. So, I mean, it's not a bad guy to have. As I said, very good veteran presence for the locker room. And yeah, the next player we have is Shiam Carter, 23 years old, 5'10", 194 pounds. He's a rookie out of Alabama. I believe we signed him as an undrafted rookie free agent. So, I mean, he's from Alabama. That kind of says enough. He obviously has some potential, some talent, especially since he's coming out of Alabama. I expect him to make the roster, even though he's a rookie and he's undrafted and all of that. But I don't really expect him to make the roster right away for safety. I expect him to make it more so to play special teams, maybe be like a gunner or cover on kick returns, punt returns, and maybe occasionally late in games come in to play safety, something like that. But yeah, he's a very, I guess, talented player. He has potential. And to get him as an undrafted rookie free agent when we didn't really have to waste a pick on him, I mean, that's very good. If he could at least transition into being a backup safety at the least in his career, that would still be a major win for us. Basically got him for free. All we did was just, I guess, sign him from the undrafted rookie class. The next player that we have is AJ Moore, 200 pounds. What is he? He's 5'11". He's coming to his 4th year out of Ole Miss. I mean, we saw AJ Moore last year. He was kind of hurt for most of the season. The games that he did play, he didn't really show, I guess, too much. He's not a guy who's gonna make you plays or, I guess, hurt you with bad plays or anything like that. But he's a guy who's gonna, I guess, do his job. He's a solid backup. He's like a solid number 3 or number 4 safety. He could somewhat slide into the dime role or to the nickel role. I'm sorry. Be that nickel corner. So I mean, be that slot nickel-ish guy. Maybe he comes in on, like, I guess, obvious passing situations to be that middle linebacker for our cover 2 system, since he'd be covering, I guess, like the middle of the field, to be like that sub linebacker in some packages. But yeah, I expect him to have, I guess, a much better year than last year, considering he didn't do much and that he was hurt for most of the year. But yeah, also somewhat of a veteran, 4th year. I mean, I guess you could kind of say he's a veteran. But yeah, the next player that we have is Eric Murray, 27 years old, 5'11", 199 pounds, coming into his 6th year out of Minnesota. And I mean, I pretty much see, I guess, he's not a fan favorite by any means. Like, basically nobody likes him. And I mean, it comes for a good reason. He's not too good of a player. He makes mistakes. He doesn't make any plays. I don't believe he had any interceptions at all last year. No fumble recoveries, no turnovers in general. He's not a good player, straight up. I mean, sure, he'll do his job at times. He'll look decent at times. He'll occasionally get a pass breakup at times. Maybe even get a tackle for loss here and there. But he just doesn't do it consistently. He's just not straight up a good player. I mean, obviously you have to be good at being in the NFL, but he's just not that kind of guy that's worth his contract. Like, his contract, I think he was like a 3-year, $26 or $27 million contract, something like that. Something extremely high for the type of level of player he is. I mean, he's not a bad player, but just for his contract, he's a bad player. Like, his contract doesn't make any sense for the I guess for the production that we're getting out of him. So yeah, there's that. I mean, I guess you could kind of say he's a veteran leadership role on a team, even though his contract is very high, 6-year player. But yeah, the next guy is Jonathan Owens. To be honest, I just don't really see him making the roster. He was on the practice squad for most of last season, I believe. And I believe that's going to be the case again this year, either practice squad or just straight up get cut. He's shown some, I guess, potential. I believe he was here for the preseason in 2019. I believe it was. I'm not sure if that's 100%, but if it is the guy that I'm talking about, I mean, yeah, he's shown some flashes, but just not enough to make the team, in my opinion. It would be nice and cool if he makes the team. I just don't see him making the roster based on talent-wise. The next guy is Lonnie Johnson Jr. He's probably going to be starting. I mean, he would be my starter for us. I don't really see too many other safeties better than him, other than obviously Justin Reid. But Lonnie Johnson, he's our second best safety on the team. He should be starting. He has potential. He has talent. He has a bunch of potential to transition into at least, not an elite tier safety, but like at least be some type of a star safety. He's not going to be like a big name, well known name in the whole NFL like that. Like I guess Jamal Adams, your players like that. He's not going to be that kind of player, but he has the potential to be at least let's see, maybe like a 4 interception, maybe 70 tackle type of safety, something like that. But I don't really see him. I see him having a breakout year this year, but I mean, other than that, he's just gonna have like an average breakout year, I guess you could say. I don't know if that makes sense, but he's gonna break out, but it's not gonna be anything crazy, I guess. I do expect him to excel in his role this year, but as I said, nothing crazy. And then here comes the number 1 safety on our team, Justin Reid. He's 24 years old, 6'1", 203 pounds. He's coming to his 4th year out of Stanford. I believe he peaked so far in his rookie year. In his rookie year, he had a phenomenal year. He had a pick 6. He had multiple interceptions, multiple forced fumbles, a bunch of tackles, all of that. He had it all. And that was basically when we saw him play that rookie year. We were like, oh, wow, we have like a superstar safety now. And I mean, in his 2nd year and 3rd year, he really didn't, I guess, play to the expectations we had for him. I mean, sure, he was still very good for us. But just it doesn't compare to what his rookie year was. In his rookie year, he was, as I said, he was insane pretty much. He was like probably like a top 10 safety in the NFL as a rookie. And I mean, to be a rookie drafted in the 3rd round, that's saying a lot. But I mean, part of it's because of the injuries. I believe he had like a torn labrum, a torn shoulder, or something like that. I don't really recall too much. But yeah, so our 2 starting safeties are gonna be Lonnie Johnson and Justin Reid. I like our starting safeties right now. As I said, Lonnie Johnson, Justin Reid. Obviously, it could be better, at least for Lonnie Johnson. I hope he has a breakout year, and I expect him to have a breakout year, as I said. But I mean, it's going to depend. Like, are the coaches going to use him right again? Last year, they kind of did him wrong because he trained all offseason to play corner. He comes in to the building day 1, and they moved him to safety. It was crazy. It wasn't really fair for him. It didn't make sense. But hopefully this offseason he's been working really hard. Hopefully he comes into training camp, looks really good, looks faster, more in shape. But yeah, that's pretty much our safety room. Honestly, I'll probably give it like a B minus. Like, it's good. It could be better. It could be worse, But I mean, it'll get the job done, hopefully. I believe that could really be a vocal point for our defense, to be honest. Especially if Justin Reid could return to his, I guess, rookie form or rookie year form, something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much our safety room. Let me know what y'all guys think about the safety room down below in the comments, whether y'all like it or not, who y'all think the starters are gonna be, how much playing time the other guys are gonna get, like Eric Murray, AJ Moore, just players like that. But yeah, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at ClutchCityENTX. And I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.